Thanks for joining me for another video. This is part 1 of the Open Championships team prep, and we're going to talk about arsenal building. You're allowed to check in 8 balls per squad, though most will take 6 because of flight baggage reasons. I'll give you several of my picks for a few different setups depending on how many balls you're taking, and also kind of a life hack suggestion for those that are close to Reno or are driving. There are a few balls that can overlap with both patterns out there, but not many, and that's what makes it particularly tricky when dealing with 6 balls or less. One strategy might be to take 3 for team and 3 for doubles and singles. I think that's something you can get away with, specifically because team forces you to play the lanes a certain way, and that really limits arsenal selection for that pattern. Last year, everyone in our group that had urethane ended up using it, especially early. There was just way too much shape down lane. We still developed a track to the right, and there were a few of us that stayed with reactive, but urethane was by far the best look. Plenty of shape down lane, even with urethane, and the way we worked it went very well. The reactive guys gave urethane guys stability to the right, and the urethane guys gave the reactive guys hold down lane. It got tricky for urethane just at the very end of the set when they had to move a bit further inside than urethane liked, but we're talking the last few frames were staying out of trouble, and getting off the sheet clean isn't a terrible idea at all. So if I were taking 3 balls for team, I'd take a pitch black, a wild streak, and a pro motion. I used a longer pin down IQ Tour Solid for the first 2 games plus, and didn't really like the motion overall even though it wasn't bad. In retrospect, I'd have gone with a short pin layout rather than a pin down layout. It kind of straightened out down lane, and I'd rather have had the rounder shape of a short pin. I went to the pro motion later in the set and was really surprised with how well it blended the lane. I thought it was going to be more ball than it ended up being, and have had a lot of experience with it since then, so my first bag is going to be a pitch black at box, a wild streak at probably 2000, and then a lane shine pro motion. Even with shine, the pro motion is still smooth and blendy, and if I have to get inside a bit, I'm going to need the shine for a bit of extra length and shape. If you're taking 8 balls total and plan on allotting 4 for the team shot, I'd add either an IQ Emerald or a pitch purple to what I already said. And for those who aren't in the ProMotion fan club, if you're just going with 3, the black on both IQs would be perfect too. If you're about the urethane game, the black and the purple are going to be the perfect complements. When I first saw the purple, that was my first thought. I thought that would have been perfect for the last few frames of the set, or maybe even to transition to earlier than that rather than sticking right too long. Same idea, just with a better ability to handle more angle. I really would suggest a wild streak though, even though the IQs are smooth and blendy. That super low RG wants to start up early, and then the back ends make even an IQ want to fly, so there was just too much ball there for me. The wild streak helps with length and still has great lane control. Burning a track is important, and you can accomplish that with the wild streak and IQ at 1000. We're going to talk about this in the next video. By the time you get out of practice, they're going to start shining a bit, or getting less chalky anyway, but I'll be using a prime at 500, so I'm likely taking 6 balls to the team set. So far, I'm looking at a pitch black, pitch purple, crux prime, wild streak, pro motion, and my high road T, which is an overseas high road pearl, just in case stuff gets weird. Now, my life hack idea for those driving is to take 12, and take 6 into team and 6 into doubles and singles. It doesn't have to be the same 8 for both squads. You could even take 16 if you wanted to, and just check in 8 for team and a totally different 8 in for singles and doubles. I actually took 9 last year and left 1 behind for each set. For team though, I don't think you actually need more than 4 realistically, but 6 creates a bit of a safety net in case things go sideways. If all goes to plan, you should be able to spend 8 minutes burning a track in practice, 2 minutes getting lined up and maybe take a spare attempt or 2, a combination of urethane and reactive on the right side, and likely urethane on the left unless you need the hook, and just stay out of trouble the first game while you continue to focus on how the lanes are transitioning. If you get inside before the lanes are ready for you to, I can promise you after 10 years of going myself and years of watching the live streams and all the days I've spent every year watching countless other bowlers bowl their squads, you'll have a miserable final 2 games. The last 2 games will be efforts to get the pins down. Once you get the lanes where you want them, you should be able to gradually move and stay on top of the shot. I wouldn't recommend getting ahead of it, but you really shouldn't have to move a ton unless your surfaces are just too aggressive. Once you get the lanes conditioned, go to something at 2 or 3000, or even just the lane shine promotion I'm taking. It'll allow me to stay further right and take advantage of the shim in the middle and the bumper to the right. Controlling your angles will be huge, even as you try to score. Stay as far right as you can for game 2. You should be able to jam it in there and keep it in the pocket, but if you do need to make a move, go ahead and make it. Once everybody starts fanning out and playing their own games, the lanes should hold up well enough until you get through game 3, which is what the plan is. If nothing else, this will help you get to a better team score, and you'll have to figure out going forward what the more specific game plan is for your particular group, but this is the general team event formula that has helped so many of the winning teams get their eagles. On the next video, I'll go into more detail on strategy and lane play. Thanks for watching.